It will be scary first so you can be brave second. In order to have anything, you got to go through fear. Courage is going to be a requirement. You have to face your fears. Every dream, every success, every goal, you're going to have to be challenged. And fear is your invitation to grow. And in life, we have to be brave. And that isn't the absence of fear. And that doesn't mean when you're courageous that you're not scared. It just means that you're scared, you feel fear, and you do it anyway. You have to face your fears. You have to feel fear and do it anyway. And that's going to be everything. Everybody doubts. Everybody has fear. Everybody has that thing that scares them or worries them. But whatever that thing is in multiple pillars of life, that just shows that it matters. If you're scared about that new step in your career, if you're scared about becoming a new parent, if you're scared about that new relationship, if you're scared about a new journey that you're taking, it means that you care about it enough. It means you care about that person. You care about that newborn child. It means you care about that career path. And it's worth something, because if you're scared to mess up, or you're scared that things might not go right, it means that it means something to you. Because if you don't care, you'll be slothful. If you don't care, you won't put any energy into it. You won't put any thoughts or effort into it. You'll just let it happen. It's like when you grow stale at a job or in a class or around somebody you don't like in an environment, you just stop caring. You start going to sleep. You start missing days. You stop putting all your effort into that work, and you just kind of like lay back. But when something you care about, you try to be a perfectionist. You try to put your best foot forward, and you wonder, like, what if it doesn't work out? Because then you feel like you're losing out on that dream or that situation. And all these things are normal parts of life. But everything that's going to be worth something is going to be scary. Starting that new chapter, starting that new business, becoming a parent, becoming a husband or wife for the first time, whatever, all these scenarios, starting school, things like that. It's going to be scary first, so that you have to level up. You have to grow. You have to have that invitation from fear, and you have to master it by being brave. And here's the good news. You can do it being scared the whole time. It doesn't mean that you get rid of the fear. It just means that you challenge fear and you say, hey, this is worth it. I'm going to do it scared. I'm going to do it no matter what. I'm going to do it even though I'm unsure. I'm uncertain of what the outcome's going to be. And my heart's going to be beating. I'm going to be sweating. I'm going to feel like I can't breathe, but I'm going to still go. I'm still going to face your fear. And here's the truth. Everything that you want that is actually good, that's actually worth something, is going to be on the other side of fear. You have to conquer yourself. You have to conquer the negative voices in your head, and you have to go conquer the world and make it happen. And it will be scary, but it will be so worth it. Think about all the things that you've already accomplished. A lot of you listening to this probably are parents. I'm sure when you were first having your kid, especially, maybe you were, not making the level of money that you wanted. Maybe you weren't in a committed relationship. Maybe you were going to be a single parent and you still figured it out. A new job. Maybe you were working warehousing, food service jobs, and you finally got your first corporate gig and you were like, I don't know how I'm going to feel. Maybe some of you got burned out on corporate and you were like, I'm going to start my own business. And that first day of starting your own business, being, an independent contributor of your own business, you were probably unsure. Same thing with starting college. Maybe you're a first generation student. Maybe you were a second generation student, but you still didn't. It was still a foreign concept of going to college and going into adulthood. That's another concept. Going from age, 16, 17, 18 to that next step, whether it was 18, 19, 20, like going from being a young adult, like a teenager, to an adult for the first time, and not necessarily having, your teachers and parents decide everything for you. You had to start making some decisions on your own, start making some paying some bills on your own, things like that. It's scary, but you just have to do it. You have to be brave. You have to master the fear, conquer the fear. You have to tell fear it doesn't exist. And even though it does, you're telling it that. You're speaking over it, and you're going to go crush it anyway. But just know that if you're scared, if you're fearful, if you feel a little bit of doubt, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That means that you're going after something worth it. That means you're going to the next level of growth, that you're exiting the comfort zone and going into the uncomfortable, to go out and conquer and go out and get your dreams, your desires, your wants, have those successes, have those achievements. That's what that means. So do it afraid, do it, feel the fear and do it anyway, and go out and crush it. This was Consistency Day 222. keep following along for the journey. If you were inspired by this, got something from it, or even it challenged the way you think, like, share, comment, subscribe, follow along for the journey. But other than that, I wish you all peace and blessings on the journey.